Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Subahul khair habibi wa habibti. Subahul nur, subahul ful, subahul ward. Kif hal? Alhamdulillah khair. Ayyamil an, al-an yaumul khamis, September 3rd, 2020. I am Walimatuti Wardani Baku SPD. Now our subject is biology. Before we start our learning process today, I will tell to you about the indicator that you must reach in this subject now. The first, be able to explain the fertilization and gestation process. The second, be able to explain the growing and developing of zygote. The third, be able to explain the hormone that affect the uterine contraction. And then, the glossaries of English from our topic are fertilization, pembuahan, matang, mature, gestation, kehamilan, growing, pertumbuhan, developing, perkembangan. Naam, habibi wa habibti. Are you ready for start our learning process now? Naam, yalla bina nabda'un nashat. Habibi wa habibti, our topic for today is fertilization and gestation process. Do you still remember what is the meaning of fertilization? Naam, fertilization is the process of meeting sperm and ovum cells. The mature ovum will go out of the ovary. This process is called ovulation. The mature ovum will enter to oviduct. Millions of sperm go to the vagina and then go to the uterus and into the oviduct. In this event, most of the sperm is destroyed because of mucus acid in the uterus and oviduct. Among the few sperm cells that survive, only one enters the ovum membrane. This event is called fertilization. The place of fertilization is in the fallopian tubes. After fertilization, the ovum membrane hardens immediately to prevent other sperm cells from enter. The product of fertilization is a zygote. Then the zygote will growing and developing. The zygote divides into 2 cells, 4 cells, and continue. At the same time, the lining of the uterine wall becomes thick, filled with blood vessels, and is ready to accept the zygote. Because muscle contraction and cylindrical motion of the oviduct wall, the zygote goes to the uterus and attaches to the uterine wall to grow and develop. Form the placenta and umbilical cord, which is the connector between the embryo and the mother's tissue. The function of the placenta and umbilical cord is to carry oxygen and food substance from the mother to the embryo and to circulate metabolic waste from the embryo to the mother's bloodstream. The embryo is surrounded by amniotic fluid, which serves to protect the embryo from possible bump. The 4th week embryo shows growth in eyes, hands, and feet. After 6 weeks, the embryo is 1.5 centimeters. The brain, eyes, ears, and heart have developed. The hands, feet, and fingers began to form. After 8 weeks, the embryo appears as a human with complete body organs. Her feet, hands, and fingers have developed. From this stage until birth, the embryo is called a fetus. After reaching the gestation age around 9 months, 10 days, the baby is ready to be born. If the mature ovum is not fertilized by sperm, the tissue of the uterine wall, which is thickened and contains many blood vessels, will be damaged and shed. Together with the unfertilized ovum, this tissue is removed from the body from the vagina in a process called menstruation. Okay, last week, Habibi wa Habibti, we have studied about menstruation. Yes. Okay. Habibi wa Habibti, during the process birth of a baby, the uterus contracts periodically so that the baby can be born. The increased sensitivity and activity of the uterus is influenced by hormonal and mechanical factors. Hormones that affect uterine contraction are estrogen, oxytocin, prostaglandins, and relaxin. Okay, next we will discuss about the hormone. The first, estrogen. Estrogen is produced by the placenta. This placenta is formed after the zygote implants in the endometrium or uterine wall and then grows and develops. The placenta is a nutritional organ for the fetus, with fetus formed from the chorion and endometrial tissue. Estrogen functions is for uterine contraction. The second, oxytocin is produced by the pituitary of the mother and fetus. Oxytocin functions for uterine contraction. The third, prostaglandins. Prostaglandins are produced by membranes in the fetus, which increase the intensity of uterine contraction. The fourth, relaxin. Relaxin is produced by the corpus luteum on the ovaries and placenta. Relaxin functions to relax, soften the cervix, and loosen the pelvic bones so easier for birth. Okay, Habibi wa Habibti, that's all our material for today. I hope you can study well at home and then keep spirit, keep study hard. Please don't forget to do your home project. Okay, syukran for your attention. Illa liqa. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.